Good evening, guys. So I'm here tonight to share some good news. Um, Many of you will recall my arrest in Pineville, Louisiana, uh, at Camp Beauregard by the Louisiana National Guard, which turned out to be a Pineville police officer. Let me tell you something before I get into this. Is I have yet to meet a Louisiana National Guardsman that is not a police officer somewhere in the state. So the domestic terrorist group, the Fraternal Order of Police, has infiltrated that organization. It should be dissolved immediately. Louisiana National Guard should be dissolved immediately. They they cannot fulfill their role after they've been infiltrated by the Fraternal Order of Police, which is a domestic terrorist organization to the average citizen. But that's something for another story. So, for those of you that don't remember the arrest, let me play a little video for you. Okay, and here we go. Right, right. I think it starts even with that fence line right there, from what I can tell. When I looked at the property lines on Google Earth, this is all ceded to the state as right of way. So I think anything. The parking lot here is which one? This road, this private parking lot. This road does divide it, it does. Yeah. But that gravel parking lot stops there and starts there. The fence line just keeps it away from the road, so that is there. All right. And here comes Roofy. Fraternal Order of the Police. Weatherford law. Anything I can see from right here. Really? What prevents me? This is a military installation. That's a military installation. Yes. Yes. And you're standing on military installation property. We on this side of the road and that side of the road. Now, that is absolutely not correct. I pulled the property lines, and where I am standing, they do not own. It belongs to the state, and it's part of the actual roadway, not their property. They do own the property out to the curb. However, I'm standing on the curb. And even if I weren't, you heard the military policeman there standing there tell me it's okay to be there, be on that property where I was. It's this whole thing was stupid and it was avoidable. What we have here is one man's ego right there. You're looking at him. One man's ego. And his belief that whatever he does is okay. That's what I've heard. Okay. You don't own the road, correct? What am I standing on? If you want to go stand in that road, go ahead. I'm ready. The minute you step out in that road. For those of you that don't know, old Roofy here is a reserve Pineville police officer. I'm standing on the road right now. This curb belongs to the roadway. The government, you tell me the government put this curb here. Huh? You tell me the government put the curb here? No. That road, go step in that road and I'm ready to stand in the roadway. This roadway? Yes. Well, of course, if I stood in the roadway, I would have said you. That's what I'm telling you. So, I didn't get there. So why are you standing out here? make a plain statement. And I'm in charge of protection and all the interference. Okay, well, I'm trying to introduce myself. All right, and introduce yourself. Okay, fine. And you are? Plain statement. I didn't give my last name. I'm a journalist engaged in a constitutionally protected First Amendment activity. Do you have an ID? I do. You do not have an ID? Why would I carry it? Am I required to carry it? I'm not driving. It doesn't matter. You say Louisiana requires ID. Everybody. State of Louisiana requires me to identify myself if I'm lawfully detained. Are you detaining me? You're not going to need to get violent. I'm complying. All right, I'm being in compliance. Constitutionally protected activity. For what crime? What crime do you suspect me committing?
I love it. I love it when they say stupid stuff like that. What crime do you suspect me of committing? I don't know. In order to detain somebody, lawfully detain somebody, you must be able to articulate what crime they are committing, about to commit, have committed, whatever. Okay? Reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been, is about to be, or is being committed. This I don't know doesn't work. It doesn't work. If there's no crime being committed, you can't just grab somebody up and take them to jail. Even in Louisiana. Unless you're a member of the Fraternal Order of Police.
You taking my camera from me? I'm taking my camera off. You cannot go into my pocket, sir. A Terry frisk does not allow you to go into my pocket. I'm checking to make sure. Can I put some bring you on my installation? I have no weapons on me. I have no weapons on me. Before I bring you on my installation, I'm going to make sure you have no weapons, guns, knives. I have no weapons on me. No guns, no knives, no nothing. Just cameras, that's it. Do you have anything illegal on you? I do not. I do not. I do not. No.
Now this is a copy or a screenshot from the Constitution of the state of Louisiana. It's number 13, and it's the rights of the accused. Section 13. When any person has been arrested or detained in connection with the investigation or commission of any offense, he shall be advised fully of the reason for his arrest or detention. And it goes on to give the rest of your rights and stuff. But if you can't articulate what crime somebody has committed, you can't detain them. It's not a lawful detention. Except for members of the Louisiana National Guard and the Fraternal Order of Police. You know, they own the state of Louisiana, for those of you that don't know. You can't be a politician there unless you're in the pocket of the Fraternal Order of Police. Come on, get back to the video. Let me see if I can skip this ahead just a little bit for you guys. Here we go.
What's the fine bill take? I don't need my property. Okay. What's the fine bill? What's the fine bill take? I don't need to. Okay, I'll get in. Just let me do this. This guy's detaining me against my will. I'm standing on the street. They didn't tell me to leave. Nobody told me to leave. I specifically was told I could leave.
They told me to leave. Nope, never happened. And you can't see it here in this picture, but I have since been back, and there is a decal on this sign that says that it is from the state of Louisiana. And this sign, and this sign, and this sign. That property out there is a public roadway, does not belong to Louisiana National Guard.
I do not. My name's Roldick.
Okay, at this point, I'll tell you guys, I did ID because you know, if if you're detained, you have to ID. You can argue the legality of it and stuff all you want, but why go to jail over something that stupid? You just go ahead and ID and be done with it, and then you show everybody how these people are. That is the best recourse that there is. Let everybody know what tyrants, where the tyrants are, who the tyrants are. But back to the video. This guy heard everything. He says he didn't hear it, or he just wasn't paying enough attention to me when I said it. But I say my name and address and stuff, and then I tell him no.
And this time I'm going to invoke my right to remain silent until I have an attorney present. Neighbor, you're required to give me your information. What's your neighbor? Sir, I've given you my information. I've invoked my right to remain silent. I've invoked my right to remain silent, sir. This time I do not wish to answer your question. You might advise that gentleman. First, would you advise that gentleman that he has a firearm laying on the front seat here? Letting me know right now. What? You are under arrest. They advise you that. No. Okay. You're not resisting an officer. I'm not resisting anybody. Okay. I can get out. I can get out. Hold on. I'm not resisting anything. How am I resisting? What did I ask you? I gave it to you. I guess, and I didn't get all your information in here. I asked you to give it again. You didn't give it to me. Do not take my camera. Do not take my camera, sir.
All right. So, as a result of that arrest, I was initially charged with their resisting, which is their failure to ID charge. They realized that the detainment was unlawful and that it was all BS, and so they dropped that charge. And the city of Pineville charged me with a municipal, okay, so they have a city ordinance in the city of Pineville that requires you to cooperate with police. If policemen ask you something or tells you something, you must comply. Whether it's a lawful order or not, you must comply or you're violating their city ordinance. I fought that, and predictably I lost it in their municipal court. Put that on appeal. Same time we filed a federal civil rights violation lawsuit. My attorney in Louisiana, Clay Burgess, filed that. And it got put on hold while the criminal case was pending because it was put on appeal. Well, we settled that last week. Pineville, City Pineville, I can't give you exact specifics because they put a gag order on it. And I fought the gag order, but at some point it's just time to move on to other things and run with what you got, and that's where I'm at on that. So the gag order's in place. Hey, do a public records request. You can see everything you want to see about the case. I can't tell you. Did not settle for a lot of money, and after attorney's fees and whatnot, people are going to say, "Oh, you made a fortune. You made a big profit." I didn't. There was a little money left over after all the court costs and attorney fees and all of that, and that money, I signed off on the paperwork, so I'll get a check in the mail here at some point. That money will be donated to St. Jude's. And you say, what? No, take that money and put it in your pocket and go spend it. Okay, here's my personal take on this. As far as I'm concerned, this money it's not something I earned. It's not something that was donated to me. This is money that is basically gotten from a series of unfortunate circumstances. Call it ill-gotten gains. And I think that money like that...
I didn't get that.
I think that money like that should be made into good money. Use it for something good. So I will be making a donation to that check. When I get it, will go to St. Jude's. As for the rest of the lawsuit, again, I can't give you a lot of details, but the city of Pineville kicked the case that's on appeal, and supposedly, because of this, Louisiana National Guard has gotten updated training on not going off post and playing with photographers. Now, the reason I was out there to start with, I got word from a local media outlet that Louisiana National Guard would not allow them to stand on the street in front of the base and conduct or make a video. Okay, it was a news article that they were working on about the Louisiana National Guard, but they wouldn't allow them to stand on a public street and film. And that's how I ended up out there, because I was just not believing that that was true. And I can tell you that I am far from done with the Louisiana National Guard. As far as I'm concerned, you look at what they did during Katrina and all of that, and it is disgusting. And not one single member of the Louisiana National Guard was prosecuted over their actions during Katrina. Say, whoa, they were obeying the governor's order. Well, when I was in the military, one of the things we were taught about the UCMJ was that if somebody gave you an unlawful order and you obeyed it anyway, that falls on you. The responsibility for whatever happened falls on you. And so when these people say, oh, I was just following orders, hey, that's what the Nazis said, remember? And it didn't work for them. But it works in Louisiana for the Fraternal Order of Police. Oh, I'm sorry, the Louisiana National Guard. Anyway, there's your update. Lawsuit settled. I will be visiting Louisiana National Guard again. And the Fraternal Order of Police in Louisiana. I'm going to come visit you guys too. I know you guys are all powerful over there, and you may try and murder me. And I've gotten your threats in the mail before. For those of you that don't remember, they sent me this big old Fraternal Order of Police patch and made a bunch of threats in a letter, and I sent that off to the postal police, but you know, that's almost worthless as well. Guys, that's it. There's your update on the Louisiana National Guard, the city of Pineville, and I hope that you guys are having a good weekend. And stay safe. I will see you again soon. I will also link the full video. This video you just saw is just some clips from the full video. I will post the full video right behind this one, or links in the description. One or the other. Actually, I think my son is going to post this on his channel. Either way, look in the description. You'll find links to the full video from the arrest there. Y'all be safe. Have a good weekend, and be safe for Easter. Have a good Easter.